And yes, we are live. Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Flav here from the Blockchain Game Alliance. It's Friday, and usually on Friday, either we do our demo day or we do our new members presentation. And for those who don't know the new members presentation, it's this time where we have new companies joining the BGA, and this 1 hour is really aiming to welcome these new members, but also give them a voice about and let them explain who they are, what they do, and the vision they have, and the product, the game, the service they would like to show. So yeah, without any further ado, because we have 5 new members and 1 hour with us, I would love to have Roy to with us. And if you're ready, Roy, the stage is yours.
Excellent. Thanks, Flav. It's great to be here. Let me share my screen.
Okay, no problem. As soon as I can see it, and you're good to go.
Excellent. Hi, everyone. My name is Roy Hui. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Lightlink Network. We're a blockchain. As you know, there are plenty of blockchains out there. So hopefully I can talk to you guys a little bit about how we're different and maybe how we can collaborate. So firstly, thanks, Flav, for having me here. We've been working with Sebastian at Sandbox for a very long time with a variety of different projects. So it's really good to finally be in the alliance and look forward to doing more things with everyone here. Like I said previously, we're a layer 2 EVM blockchain. As you know, Ethereum is fairly difficult to work with. And we've actually built quite a few games on Polygon, and we struggled with the scalability and the predictability of utilizing the blockchain. They're a fantastic, network regardless. But I think if you're looking for high velocity, low cost capabilities, we certainly want to be one of the networks to help you to do so. So a few key characteristics. One, we're fairly green. We care about the environment, and we have very low carbon emissions. We have a very high capacity, so over 5,000 transactions can be processed every second. And if you are using the chain as it is, it's very low cost. So most of the transactions are below a cent, and we're full EVM, which means if you already have smart contracts on Ethereum, on Polygon, you can just redeploy that on Lightlink, and will just work as it is. We're fairly different to Optimism and Arbitrum. And we use Celestia. They're a darling at the moment for our data availability. So comparing to Optimism, where every single transaction gets posted on Ethereum mainnet, we post transactions on Celestia instead, and we post proofs on Ethereum as a result. And to illustrate why is this significant, because if we post all the transactions on Ethereum, it's going to be a very expensive exercise. As you know, space is fairly limited on Ethereum. And therefore, if we're doing, points data, leveling up information, digital assets in the scale of millions, it's going to cost a lot. And therefore, you as a project, you as a developer or gamer is going to take on that cost. So when we store data on the pure DA layer, Celestia, the transactions are substantially lower in cost, and therefore we can pass on that cost saving to you guys, to all the people in this space. We're actually the number 2 user of Celestia mainnet, and I think we'll be number 1 relatively soon. So we've been in this space since 2017. As I was saying earlier, we built numerous projects. Lightlink is fairly young, a couple of years, and we built Lightlink because we see a lot of uncertainties in this industry. It's what makes our industry great, but at the same time, it's fairly difficult to forecast how much transaction costs you're going to incur if you're running some of these things yourself. Like, for example, if you're running a loot box, or if you're doing leveling up information or achievements, and if you're facilitating that capability, that uncertainty is really difficult to manage. And that's why we built Lightlink, because when you look at other networks, the native token price fluctuate up and down. What we're trying to do is adding a degree of predictability. So we're the only public chain, and that's, I guess, our key differentiation that has this gas abstraction capability. So to be able to call the chain as you would on many other public chains, as well as that gas abstraction to offering that predictability in transaction costs. And the reason is we want to accelerate a global adoption of Web3, just like a lot of you here that want to see more people using the beautiful world of Web3 to power your games, to earn your assets, and to have a much closer value layer to the things that you do. So how do we do that? Firstly, we want to make this exercise really simple. We want to reduce the barrier to entry so more people get to play their games, get to build their games. We want to provide a much better user experience, and we want to abstract a lot of things that you interact with. So as game developers, you've probably seen a few of these things, right? So firstly, if we remove gas, so Lightlink has a key capability in terms of being gasless for the user and providing predictability for people who are paying gas. So the gas abstraction is really important. We're working on this account abstraction capability, which uses some of the zero knowledge technology, which allows you to log in with Google, log in with Apple, and abstract the need of having a private key. Sorry, being a bit more technical, but hopefully the developers in the audience can appreciate that. And also interacting with the chain is really difficult, and therefore we want to abstract that by providing APIs to interact with the chain, as opposed to managing on-chain transactions directly. We're working on quite a few other abstractions, including this new AI capability that we're building as well. So hopefully we can share more of that in future sessions like this. Now, just to illustrate what does chain abstraction look like, it's essentially one API call. So instead of deploying a smart contract, in managing gas tokens, and so on and so forth, you can actually call this API right now, and it will work. It creates a NFT, right? So instead of managing a lot of complexity, passing a payload to an API endpoint will create a NFT just like that. So that's what we try to bring to game developers, to simplify a lot of the things that we do, so many people can enjoy this capability. Our network is fairly well established. We have about 60 different projects in the ecosystem, everything from NFT marketplaces to DEXs to other levels of abstraction. So for example, Rareball X is a partner of ours, and next week I think we'll onboard Element as well. And in terms of how big we are, we've been on mainnet for a few months. We have a decent social following. We have some active community members participating in a lot of things that we do, and we're processing over 100,000 transactions every day. And just to conclude, we're firstly really honored to be a part of the association. And for all the members out there, we'd love to, for you guys to reach out to us and see if we can collaborate on something to work on together. So for all the members, we'd love to give you 1 million transactions for free. So feel free to call these chain abstraction APIs to create your NFTs. So maybe when you have a conversation with Binance in the future, you can go actually look at our on-chain transactions, right? But previously, it's quite cost prohibitive, but right now it might be a lot easier. And these are the things that we're doing on-chain. And all we want to do is foster more on-chain transactions. And if you need help with smart contracts and things like that, come and talk to us. We have a lot of great people. And love to showcase your games to our community. We have hundreds of thousands of community members and followers on Twitter, and we'd love to talk about the things that you're working on. So that's us, Lightlink. We want to abstract everything. We want to make things simple, and we'd love to work with you guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Roy. Let me go back to the screen. Thanks a lot for that. I think it's wonderful, and I think we can work on a lot of things together. Not only please make sure to share the last slides to the BGA Telegram group that we have with all the other members, because it sounds like a wonderful deal for every members, and using the weekly newsletter we have. But also very happy. Would be very good to work with you on these account abstraction, obviously, but chain abstraction that you talk about. I think there is some education purposes that we could do through articles or anything like that, based on what you do and your vision about abstraction as a way to help developers slash game developers to develop in Web3. So yeah, it would be good to work together on this. And thanks a lot for your presentation again.
Fantastic. Thank you for having me.
All right. I would love to welcome Yuki from Planix. Yuki, if you're ready, the stage is yours.
Yeah, I'm ready. So thank you for having me here, and I will share my screen.
All right.
So today I'm gonna talk about the story of Planix. Planix is the first gaming Steam platform, and it can connect gaming and trading in a one-stop platform. So we all know that the background is that the game is a gateway to the next wave of massive adoption of crypto. So Planix, built on artificial intelligence and game ecology, is positioned as a Steam platform, and we focus on the Web3 games. So we observe there's two or three problems in this Web3 game market. The first is about the user experience, because there's a lot of Web2 users. When they use Web3 game, they encounter a problem because Web3 game sometimes is complex and unfriendly for some new users. And the second is that assets and games are independent of each others, because if I'm users, I trade in one wallet and I also play games in another wallet. So sometimes the trading and games playing is independent. And the third is that it is hard to identify barrier to play because there's lack of standards rules to measure the quality of play. We all know there's a lot of games that will be on board each year in Web3 platform, but some of them are not in a high quality. So there's lack of quality control. And this is the three problems that we encountered. We also observed there's a two opportunity. The first opportunity is about the AI agents. AI agent can be used in Web3 area and also be used in the Web3 GameFi area. So the second opportunity that we observe is that because the approve of the Bitcoin ETF, and there's a lot of traditional funds they are flowing into significantly the GameFi area, and also there's a lot of traditional IPs are entering the crypto GameFi markets and can also increase the brand value. So based on the problem and opportunity that we observed, we just developed Web3 Steam, which is Planx. This is a metaphor. So Steam is like a Web2 aggregators for those games, and Planx is like Web3 Steam. And Planx will create a full ecosystem Steam that integrates games hubs, data analyze, evaluation, and tutorial. So for Planx, there's several models. The first is trade, and then swap, bridge, derivative, OTC, order book, and AI strategies. So for all those models, we aggregate them in one wallet, which is Planx wallet. And for those AI strategies, we use autonomous agents. And we use these autonomous agents because it has open source models, and also have it also have a wide application area. So we use AI agent for the game recommendations, and we also use the AI agent for the AI trading pairs recommendations. So you can see that AI has a lot of usage, especially in Web3. This apart. So, and beside these models, we have Planx wallet, and this wallet we call it as vertical game wallet. And this wallet, it aggregate more than 200 gaming assets and also support for multiple Ethereum, Polygon, and other layer 2 network and the Bitcoin network. So it can also contain the gaming data and provide user professional game reviews. in this game wallet, we aggregate different assets in one wallet. So the user, they do not need to have several accounts or multiple accounts. They just need to use one wallet, and they use this one wallet or one account. They can achieve play to earn and play and earn in one wallet. So it is quite easy for the Web2 or Web3 users that while they enjoy the happy about the playing the games, they can also earn or get some benefit from the playing this game. So we already have tractions, and this traction is that we have active address and fees on also volume, and we aggregate more than 12 chains and more than 200 GameFi tokens. And for Plan X, we have business models for trading fees, liquidity providers, advertised revenue charge, and also listing service. And currently, we have more than 2 million registered users and more than 500 brand partners and more than 12 million daily transaction volumes. So for our partners, for those Web3 games, we already have some famous example like Jump Trade and Dragon Masters. So we host those tournament competition in different channel like Telegram, Discord, Twitch. And for those partners, they can get users when they do the code star launch. And they can also get more white lists or onboard more users when they already have or when they already entering the alpha phase and want to enter in the beta phase. So for our team, we have a CEO, CMO, CTO, and also CBDO. We have more than 5 years in GameFi this area. In the roadmap would be we just for Plan X there's two parts. This trading part and also game part. And we developed the trading part in the past several years. So for us in 2024, we will focus on developing more about the gaming part, which is the Steam part. So we will just support more game to play on Plan X, aggregate more game, and also we will achieve the real on-chain Steam with the AI agent tool. So for those interested in investments, we have already raising 2 million, and the 30 minutes is our valuations, and we still open for 1 million for the team building and marketing expansions. You can also scan our Twitter and website to download this app. So just enjoy your journey with Plan X. And also thank you for having me here with BGA.
Thank you, Yuki. Thank you for the presentation. Was very interesting to discover the platform, and I had a chat with Chester doing proof of talk in Paris as well. So it was great to talk about what you plan, and hopefully during our next demo day we will see, and we will go to the Plan X platform as well. Hope to see
definitely.
you. Awesome.
Definitely.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
I would love to ask Chris if you can go on stage and if you're ready.
Yeah, definitely. Let's kick this off.
Awesome. Okay, you're good to go.
Perfect. Thank you, Flav. First of all, really appreciate being here, and thank you for having us in the alliance. I've been a big fan of Blockchain Game Alliance and the movement Sebastian started back in the day. Very briefly about myself. I've actually started. I co-founded Web3 Gaming Studio in 2021, which was. 2021 is when the whole Web3 gaming kind of let's say began. Everything kicked off by Axie Infinity boom, and attracting many players from the Web2 space that were really interested in the whole ecosystem, and the current project Thrust came out from some of the challenges that I experienced in the past, and unfortunately, Discord proved to be too complex to handle, especially in the Web3 environment. So we are Thrust, and we are building a Web3 native Discord alternative. We believe that the future is on chain because the the layer the chain is giving everybody is ability to prove certain aspects and the history, credentials that happened in the past, but also on-chain provides many different monetization strategies that could be very lucrative to many projects, businesses, creators, organizations in any kind of sectors of our economy. And as you know, the blockchain space is still very, very young, and comparing to AI space that only kicked off, like really kicked off, you know, last year. The research on AI has been ongoing for many decades, and that only highlights how early we are in the Web3 space. But with certain changes and upgrades that are happening to the infrastructure layer, we're going to be able to interact on chain with very limited costs. And as the new projects abstract many complexities, as we've seen on this call, that will mean only more and more users being onboarded into our ecosystem. And you know, I've been building in exclusively on chain since 2016, and I've seen many different type of personas coming into the space. And with every year, I see more and more non-techie individuals coming in, and they want to be a part of it, but it's just way too complex, and it's still you know, putting a lot of people off. But things are about to change, and here's our take on how we hoping that we can disrupt not only Web3 space, but Discord itself. So Meet Hubs, the Web3 native Discord service. We believe that the hubs could be the new place where communities hang out, and this is the way we built it, the way we designed it. The whole user experience is based on simplicity of interacting with many different on-chain assets and empowering projects to curate the community on-chain, because on-chain will provide them that layer of credibility long term, as well as ability to monetize their community now and potentially in the future. So how you curate your community on chain? First of all, proof of membership. We designed a system that allow you to assign many different roles and points, and even interact with any other on-chain assets directly through your messages and text editor. You'll be able to tap into those assets by typing in a $ and be able to interact with those on-chain assets in a very similar way how today you interact with Discord bots. The only difference is everything is super seamless and abstracted from the user. And while there is no wallet switching, chain switching, and things like that, it's still fully non-custodial. So the end user is in charge and in power of their own assets, and we're just giving them a nice ability to interact with those assets and projects to curate the community by creating many different types of points and in different roles. All roles are shared between all the hubs. It's up to the community builders to really decide which roles they want to have inside the hubs. The other aspect that we see is the community first assets, which is very tightly related to monetization strategies that we came up with. What we've seen happening in the past so far that enraged the whole community in the space was that a lot of projects were were not being honest, and they didn't have the best interest of the community in mind. And we're trying to create a place where community comes first and the builders comes first, and we're going to give them ability to launch community first assets. And what that really means is there are certain ways of launching Web3 tokens or collectibles via a concept called a fair launch. And the fair launch concept has been around for some time, especially in the DeFi space, but it hasn't been really explored that much in the collectible space. However, we are all the time on the lookout what's working in the ecosystem, what's not, and some of the memes were actually using that concept very, very well. Not all the memes are bad, and we've seen a lot of memes being driven by FL launches, meaning that there's no pre-sale, there's no team allocation. Everybody has got the same chance to come in as early as the asset is released on the market, and that's a beautiful way to involve speculators into your communities without actually dumping on your communities necessarily, right? Because your community is able to come in as early as everybody else as well. And we design many different types of collectibles internally inside the platform that would even allow your community to enter before anybody else enters as well, which is another a great concept. And what if there's no pre-sale, if there's no team allocation? So what's really the upside for the projects? And the best way we believe for the projects to curate the communities and build them was not via creating an allocation for themselves at day one, but actually growing that community. And as they grow the community, speculators come in place, and the builders actually earn fees on every speculations that is happening inside the platform. And why this is great is because this is the only place we believe where every different type of persona in the Web3 space, being a builder, creator, speculator, a player, a user, can actually live in a cohesive environment we haven't seen today, where everybody actually can benefit from each other's activities and help grow the space together. So those monetization strategies that we came up with prioritize everybody in the space, and they make sure that everybody has got the best interest on their mind when interacting in the platform. So at the moment, we are at the stage where we're going to be launching the this new concept on 1st of July, which is just over a week away. We are participating in launching Summer on Base. You're going to be able to deploy your hubs on Polygon Base and potentially on Blast. We are actively looking to enter different EVM and non-EVM ecosystems. That's a little spoiler there. And the way we build it is chain agnostic from day one. So, and it's not only from the tech point of view, but also from the user point of view. And the user is able to interact with the many different hubs, without actually worrying about the gas concept and things like this, but also not putting a strain and trying to, perform some civil attack on the network. We came up with a cool concept internally called Fuel. But coming back to the launch and bootstrapping the network, we are actively looking for different communities, and that's not only inside the gaming studios, but also gaming communities. and meme communities as well, because we believe this could be a perfect place to launch a community and have a place for the long term where community can hang out and interact with each other and interact with the builders themselves. And the way we want to bootstrap the network, that we believe incentivize everybody to help to grow the network, is by closing the network and sharing the lifetime royalties with the people, organizations, projects that's been referred by your own network. And we're not planning to airdrop any token that would potentially distract us from truly creating the value. The way we're going to share the royalties is by sharing the protocol fees from all those on-chain transactions and speculations that will be happening on inside the platform. And we believe that hard and ETH or stable coins is going to be the right way to make sure that you are an active and important member of the network, and it's in everybody's interest to continue growing the network, because the more user joins, the more projects joins, there is the potential for the organizations and people that referred others to make the living for themselves as well. So very shortly about our team. Obviously, we share a team. By the way, you don't need to tell me. I'm working super hard to diversify the team, and have a strong women in the leadership position. So by the way, if there is anyone that you believe would be a great fit for us, for what we're building, and they believe in what we're trying to do, please reach out to us. You can reach out via Fluff, or you're going to see some ways to connect with us at the end of the presentation. But yeah, very shortly, we've got people that created Web3 gaming studios in the past, and being at the forefront of the Web3 gaming. We've got people that work in companies backed by Inoka brands. We've got a very well-known designer, Metro, award-winning individual that is in charge of our user experience on the platform. And we've got great full stack dev and React Native dev. So this over the last year or so, we've been mainly focused on building the project and building the tech behind it. But we're going to be expanding to curating the community as well, and having someone in charge of the community, having someone in charge of the marketing, and we're actively scaling now. So again, if you listen to this and you think what we're doing is cool, and you want to be a part of it, reach out. We'll find a way to work together. Join us. We're trying to reshape Web3 accessibility, and we need more thrusters. So reach out, Chris at thrust.network. That's my personal email, and or just reach out at Twitter, and we'll be happy to connect. Thank you for having us. Really excited about continuing this journey. I've been building for a long time, and we'll continue. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chris. I'm going to put something in the chat right now, because so we just have Chris and the team joining the BGA for a few weeks now. But actually, Chris was a part of the demo day we did, I think, 2 weeks ago or last week. So I just share the link, because as I said at the beginning, the demo day, we go through the different tools and games and everything. So it was a presentation today. It was perfect to know the team and the projects and everything. If you want to see the product itself, you can definitely check our last demo day. So yeah, thanks a lot, Chris. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Flav.
All right, asking Samuel from Shockraves, if you're ready. The stage is yours.
Hi everybody. Nice to be here. It's a pleasure to to meet all the members of the BGA. It's too long time since we should have come in the association. We are a Swiss development studio, and we started in 2016 with virtual reality. We have worked in this field for like 7 years. We deliver 8 games. 2 of them was a big success. And now, since 2 years and a half, we are attacking crypto gaming because there is a lot of things to do in this field, and we really believe it's the future of gaming in general. So if I can share my screen, I will directly come from a little demo of what we are doing.
Yeah, you're good to go. We can see it.
Okay, cool, amazing. So we have developed the first game, which is called Shockwaves, which has a huge interaction with music, and actually all the tokenomics is already implemented. As you can see, for example, you can have your NFTs, you can have your weapons, you can have all your elements working in game. You have loot boxes that we are winning when you play, and if you have enough Xnoros, which is on server's version of our token, you will be able to open your loot boxes. Yeah, maybe I'm going to open just one right now for demo. So okay, I just want more Xnoros. In this one I should have a weapon. Okay, I'm not so lucky today. Just going to try to have one weapon for you. Well, up. No. Okay. We are not lucky for this one. I'm going to show you the game a little bit. So the goal was to make a PvP game based on music and AI. So all the landscape is procedurally generated, and you're gonna play against human players, but against AIs too, which are owned by the players. So if one of the AIs kill you, well, they will get the ground for themselves. It seems like a computer don't react. No. Okay.
It's
Sorry,
always like that.
it's demo effect. Let's go again.
Try to prepare everything before the live, and when it's live, nothing is working. We know how it is.
Well, you will be able to see the logic screen. So the game is released in beta on Elixir. Actually, it's played right now. We have a tournament. We are dropping some enzyme, which is a token for a social fi platform that will launch in some days. And what we are trying to offer to our players is to give them a new token every week in the tournaments. So if you're a gamer, you want to play and receive some token, don't hesitate to jump in the game right now, and you will be able to. Okay, so it seems that there is I think there is a problem with StreamYard because it don't allow me to play while streaming with this platform apparently.
Okay.
Which is really strange. Okay,
Yeah,
but
I may not be able to help on that because that's the first time it happens. But
no,
yeah.
there is no problem. I can share a gameplay demo.
Awesome.
So this is one of our player. It's Blood. It's one of the best of the game. I think he already won thousands of dollars through playing Shockwaves. So as you can see, it's really colorful. So the idea is to make a game which is not just a copy of actually existing Web2 game, and making a game that is special, not just because it's Web3, but in terms of gaming in general. So we know that when we really hope that the big players, Ubisoft and EA, will at some point join the Web3. So we already want to differentiate ourselves from them. So we are ready when they will come. around that. So we are developing a lot of different assets. So we are really focused on the B2C, and one of the technology we are working on, which we are really proud of, is playable NFTs. So I hope this demo will work today too. Okay, so playable NFTs is something that is really important for us. We think it's a concept that can really revolutionize gaming and crypto in general. So as you can see, I am into OpenSea directly on the asset which is owned by this 7. Okay, and actually into these NFTs, I have a little application. So this one is really simple. It's just a maze which player have to go through. But we could do really more complicated and sophisticated things in the future, and we really think that application into tech tokens and into NFTs could really be a game changer in the future. So all our collections are quite think like that. Can show you another one. Our goal is really to gamify every aspect of token and NFTs. We just released the ability for the players to tokenize directly the weapon they are winning through the game. So this is one of our collections. So as you can see, there is a little game directly into the token, and really think it's something that really can revolutionize NFTs utility and gaming in general. I'm going to cut it because I don't know if you hear the music, but if it's the case, it will not be so. So the last update was the tokenization of the weapons. So actually, all these weapons have been minted through the game by your players. And the next step is wallet for the AI agent. So it was one of the big promise of the project when we launched it with CET Time. It was to have NFTs that will be able to have their own wallets and accumulate value while they was playing. And we hope to deliver this update in 2 months. And we think it will once again be a first in the NFT world, because having NFT that can own themselves and possess things directly, we think it will open a new door for all tokenomics and how we see actually ownership on in the gaming world. So it's maybe we can stop the sharing. So it's Shockwaves. It's what we are doing, and if you have idea to revolutionize gaming through assets, we are free to collaboration and partnership.
Man, there are so many things, so many reasons why I'm very excited to have you in the BGA. Like my two passions, gaming and music. So definitely want to try the game as soon as I can, because it makes so much sense to include music into the gameplay. So definitely would check that. And you make our event manager, who is not a player, to actually play a lot your game during NFC Lisbon, which is quite something. So yeah, no, I'm super excited. I didn't know. I feel like I didn't see something like that before, like having the playable NFT within marketplaces like OpenSea. I didn't see that anywhere else. So like, congrats. We need to talk about that. We're gonna have you for sure during Gamescom end of the month, and so excited to help you out and show what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel. And last but not least, we'd love to have Leo on stage if you are here with us, Leo.
Yes, absolutely. I am here.
So again, as soon as I can see the screen,
Yep.
I'm gonna show that to
I'm just
everyone.
sharing right now.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Cool. Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. My name is Leo. I'm the founder of Star Protocol. We're very excited to be joining the BGA. Star Protocol is infrastructure to make virtual worlds and games compatible. Thus, obviously, we're hoping to connect to a lot of Web3 games here in this ecosystem and hopefully provide value through cross-game 3D asset interoperability. This is a typical stage presentation. I don't have to tell you that gaming is growing. I also don't have to tell you that all of the game studios and most of the virtual worlds are designing their assets for utility in their own games primarily. But what I can tell you is that we're here to make the assets that you create for your environments cross-game compatible. So through Star Protocol decentralized on-chain infrastructure, you can not only move your IP, 3D assets, or NFTs into other worlds to have your users potentially use the skins in GTA or Roblox, but also import outside IP into your environment through a 3D AI so that you don't have to do it yourselves. We work on three different streams, basically. One is the creation of 3D assets initially from 2D input. We've also recently launched a text to 3D AI, so you can also have 3D asset from a text input. I think this specifically stemmed from the fact that we used to be an NFT company, and a lot of NFT projects from 21 kind of under-delivered on their utility when it came to the assets. So this is kind of like where the 3D transformation comes in place. Then once we have a 3D asset for one environment, we can of course transform them into a lot of different engines. This is really cool because you're all potentially gamers and you work in the industry. I don't have to explain you why this is awesome, because all of the game engines, they have different 3D files, different rigs, different skeletons, and we basically make them transform across engines. And ultimately, the long-term goal is for people to be able to connect 3D assets and then also quantify them across other environments, potentially lending them out to players in different virtual worlds that they're not playing. So, example, you have an asset that's valuable in one game and you want to give it to your friend in another game that you don't really play, and then they can have the aesthetics in this environment. So this is all pretty like phase one right now, and then ultimately, of course, the long-term goal is to be able to, once we have all of these APIs established with the different game studios and game environments, to be able to also have stats that are above purely aesthetics. So the primary case right now is aesthetics, but long-term, I think it would be really cool to have like attack speed and defense and whatnot. But this is a lot more complicated because you have, I don't have to explain this. You have to have the studios and games agree to the mechanics, and it's not always applicable. We've done a lot of things already from a crypto environment speaking. We've had a lot of partnerships with individual blue chip holders to make their assets cross-game compatible, and we've also started doing official NFT collection partnerships where we have custom transform pages. We did this for Neo Tokyo. We're doing this for a couple of other NFT collections to come in the next months, where we basically partner with them and make the entire collections of their 2D NFTs 3D compatible. And this is the environments that we currently can work with. A lot of the Web3 games you're familiar with, like the Sandbox, Nifty Island, Decentraland. We can mod as well into some Web2 environments. And then we do filters for social media platforms. This is us. We've done 2 funding rounds. We've listed our utility token. We're still a relatively small team, of course, like most of the companies in this space. And what we're looking for here with the BGA is just to connect to more game studios. If you either want your IP in other worlds, or if you would like to use our engine to automatically create assets for your environment, either way, we're happy to be working with you. For game studios, this is also free infrastructure. So ultimately, the people that get the benefits are the players. They pay for assets that they have created, meaning that we don't want you as a game studio as customers. So this is not a sales pitch. This is a corporation pitch. That's really important. I want to emphasize that this is not like we're not like a 3D agency. Yeah, and also this is important for me or for us. I'm looking for a social media. We're looking for a social media manager right now that can support us a little bit in content, because we have a lot of stuff with our own IP coming out, and we need someone with a Web3 background, and they're not easy to come around. A lot of people do marketing, but few people do marketing really good. I can say from my experience. This is us. Looking forward to meet all of you guys, and yeah, thank you for letting me present.
Thanks a lot, Leo. I hope to help you with the social media position.
Yeah, I've already shared it in the Telegram group. I'm not
Awesome.
sure if this was okay, but I was just like, this is us.
Yeah, no problem. That's cool. Yeah, no problem at all. Happy to help you on that, and super excited to have you on board as well in the BGA, because there are so many topics we could actually tackle together, around interoperability and all of these promises we see in the metaverse, which is not easy to do, but cross IPs and everything. So super happy to have you in the BGA and to start a conversation around those topics. So yeah, thanks a lot for your presentation, Leo. All right. Thank you, everyone. It was great to have you today. Super happy about everything which is happening in the BGA. Very excited personally, because we have these, and I'm gonna end the show with that. We have these objective to really extend the BGA activities across the globe, but mainly right now in Latin America, which is why we will be at Gamescom Latam in Sao Paulo next week with a side event and a lot of conversation with the game companies in Latin America. So super excited about that, and we're gonna have a lot of activities after that for Gamescom Europe, Token 2049, and the others. So yeah, thanks a lot for everything today, and I wish you, it's Friday, so I wish you a very good end of the weekend. We can say that I'm not sure we can say weekend in Web3, but still you can enjoy the weather, I hope. Yeah, have a good day, guys. It was good to see you today.
Awesome. Thank you for having us. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.